G'day folks, and welcome to this unboxing of Unconscious Mind. This just arrived this week, and it's another Kickstarter arrival. So I've been inundated with Kickstarter arrivals. It can be months without a Kickstarter, and then suddenly I've had 3 huge Kickstarters arrive over the last month, and this is the third one to arrive in this September October period. So I am going to show you here it is, Kickstarter campaign. I backed the ID pledge, which gave me the deluxe edition, the Nightmares expansion, the collector's box, the free associations modules box, the large playmat, the hollow foil dream cards, the art print pack, and the digital sound pack. Okay, a lot in that. I'm trying to remember when I backed this, and I'm trying to think of what sort of intrigued me about this game. And I think this picture kind of sums it up. Just really nice aesthetics. It looked really cool. The idea, the theme is that you are a psychoanalyst in the era of Freud's, agency, activism, pioneering work. You are kind of exploring the mind. You are gaining insights into the mind. You are publishing kind of your ideas. You're taking notes, and you are publishing, taking notes, yeah, scoring victory points for all these kind of things. I'm just looking, maybe ID Lite. This is what I backed here. There's ID, and there's ID Lite. Includes without the extra box of the modules. Yep, okay, so this is what I've got here, the ID Lite. I was just looking, I don't have this big collector's box. I was wondering why, and this is why. Okay, so yeah, lots of really cool components. I'm going to scroll down just to kind of give you a look at the campaign and why it grabbed my interest. It's this kind of thing. So this is the workup. There are several areas or sort of component areas of this game, and this is the called the meeting board. You can see it's got a table aesthetic, people sitting around a table and they meet, and this is where you place your your workers in a sense. But rather than placing your workers on a location, you place them at this sort of space in between, and where they're pointing to is where you can you can choose one of the actions in effect, often taking resources based on where they're pointing. And yeah, look, all these kind of images really sold me. This is your personal player track. You'll build on the top left there, your personal player track. You will build your personal player track, enhance your abilities on the top right. Basically your resources, passion, growth, freedom, and yeah, these basically resources that you collect and enhance and then spend. You'll have clients who you'll be treating. You use your dream cards to treat clients, score victory points for removing their grief layer. And then, as I said, you're doing research, taking notes, and then compiling them. All the while, there's also the Vienna section. This is Vienna section 80 in the top right, where you move around Vienna and take actions in Vienna. So, yeah, it all looked really cool. I mean, I want to talk about worker placement, but I'm going to get to the unboxing and we can kind of see some of these components. So, worker placement games have been around for a long time. I feel it's one of the most overdone modern mechanics, and I'm kind of becoming a bit tired of worker placement games, which means I'm being, particularly lately, very kind of selective, as far as I can be selective when sort of getting excited about games. But I'm being a bit more selective than usual, I suppose, in buying, collecting, getting worker placement games. That said, I mean, it wasn't the worker placement aspect that sold me on this. It was kind of, as I said, the component art, the aesthetic, and I like the idea that there's sort of multiple things going on at once. It's not just worker placement. You've got the resource management side of things going on. You're traveling around to Vienna. You're treating these patients. You're kind of managing your resources. I'll talk about these in a moment. This is the deluxe sort of player mat. I'll check that out pretty soon. But first of all, let's talk about the box art and style. You can see that sort of, what would you call that? It's not holographic. It's almost an oil metallic base to the layer. It's textured as well. So yeah, looks really nice. This is Fantasia Games. The designers are Yoma Zaks, Johnny Pack, Andrew Bosley, and Vincent Dutre. Okay, it is a 1 to 4 player game. They recommend 60 to 120 minutes of playtime for ages 12 and up. I should have shown you the box bottom, but I didn't do that. We'll come back to that later. Okay, we have coming soon to GameFound Colosseum, a new edition of that old game. I think it was originally, I want to say Days of Wonder. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so we have the Nightmares expansion rulebook. We have the base game rulebook, and this is a textured rulebook. This feels like the box cover for Clash of Arms games. So as I said, it's worker placement, but well, there's worker placement. I'll get to the boards in a moment, but there's so much going on. Worker placement, kind of a rondel movement, resource management and investment, and then kind of resource expenditure type of this. There's multiple things going on, and that is why there are so many components. Okay, this is a nice, I want to say it's glossy, but it's also got this kind of linen, it's almost a linen textured paper. I don't know how they do this, but it's really nice. So yeah, you've got games set up. This is Vienna. So the game is based in Vienna. You go to Vienna, you have coffee at Vienna. Coffee is a valuable resource in this game. And I believe you can sort of trade your coffee for sort of ideas. Here you have the insights track, tracking your growth, freedom, and passion at multiple levels. So they're measured by these little insight tokens, which advance up the track. So you're kind of investing in your ideas to give them greater strength. Here you go, coffee is a resource that will help you manage insights and interact with various effects. Yep, so some of the things you can do, you can have place ideas, resolve the meeting table, activate your input. There's some meeting table actions, conduct research, insights, travel around the city, moving yourself around, recalling ideas, treating your clients, goals for locations, and so forth. And all the while you're getting victory points for doing these various things. At the end of the game, the person with the most victory points is the winner. There's a solo mode as well. I don't know much about that, so I just won't comment on that. There's the solo mode rulebook. This just looks to be some art, which has kind of been, it's a bit annoying. It's been kind of scrunched into the corner of the box and a bit damaged around the edges, but some nice little works of art to go with that as well. More sort of a Kickstarter bonus. Components that just pop out as you touch them. There we go. So there's a couple of different, these are different size. Oh, look at these. These are that similar metallic, shiny, don't know what you call it, style. These look to be pets. Okay. Then you've got these really cool little double layered, I think I've mentioned a number of times, I'm a sucker for double layered player boards. So you will add sort of enhancements to this player board. You'll unlock tokens, which when you complete a row, I think you unlock another little resource token at the end. Okay, so there are 4 of these in subtly different colours. You've got a yellow, a brown, a pink, and an aqua kind of colour. Okay, we have an assortment of player aids, various icons, and case study client effects. Some packing. Okay, then we have these nice boards. So we have got, and this is Vienna. Okay, this is where you will travel around. You follow the arrows and travel around to different locations around Vienna. I don't know what the iconography fully means yet, but I mean, I'm guessing you're kind of exchanging resources for benefits of some sort. Then, as I said, this is the meeting table. And these are the resources. So you place your kind of, not a worker, but a discussion point marker, whatever they're called, on a sort of matrix point. And wherever you point it, probably see one in just a moment, is the action you take. More punch boards, more punch boards. So again, the colours here are really cool. They kind of, you can probably see them in the camera, how it glistens and shines. Okay, so here we have, these are the grief overlays. So basically, you've got a client, and the clients will start with, you know, what do we call it? A mental health issue, I suppose. I think they're generally called grief issues, but you are trying to cure those for victory points. So you can see the victory point marker up in the top left. They're the grief markers. These look to be something different because they don't have the victory point markers up in the top left, or maybe this is a benefit you get instead of victory points. So they look to be very similar overlays that will go on the patient cards. And again, these are some of the components. I'm only just at the top of the box here. So what am I looking at here? What am I looking at? Okay, so this just, we have, that looks to be, this might be the Nightmare expansion. I probably should have looked at that straight away so I know what. If I look at the Nightmare expansion rulebook, does it talk about a padded map or anything? Yeah. Oh no, it's different. Okay, what does it come with? Nightmare dream cards, different cracked insight dials, tree ties of the dead, haunted location, gold tiles. This is all very different. That's not what this is. This is something else entirely. Well, one way to find out. It's a neoprene mat of some sort. Okay, just seems to be some kind of card overlays. That's nice. It's really thick, and as I said, neoprene, so good and sturdy, but I don't know what it is. I must have missed that. That's going to remember. Okay, then we'll have to go back in the bag to fit back on that shelf properly. And then, probably hard to pick this up on the camera, but these are little, oh geez, and the lid even comes off as well. These are little medicine vials. These are our professors, little professor miniatures. These are our pet miniatures. So there's one of those for each player colour. That's closed up. And I have already misplaced the lid for that. Okay, then we've got another purple container. It's just kind of pop off. These are our Nightmare Insight, cracked insight panels. So this might be the Nightmare expansion. Okay, that might be just in there. Okay, so we've got the actual miniatures for pets, and these seem to be wooden tokens for pets. Various cards, which I won't go through, but there are many, many different types of cards in the game. Okay, there are the, all of that just slides out, nice and compartmentalized. So that seems to be the Nightmare expansion. Okay, there we go. There's a lid. It slipped down. And then we have some more punch boards, but these ones are sealed. This is a pack of 3 sealed cardboard punch boards, which are almost falling out just in the plastic. These seem to be the tiles that you can add to your player board to enhance your abilities. Then we've got the base game components. This is the normal insight dial. So basically you'll take these, where are they? This looks to be here, maybe here somewhere. They are the special ones that you place on your player board that you upgrade. They're all covered with this little bit of thing. So, oh yeah, here they are. There's the plain clear ones. So you'll place, these are basically resource markers. You'll place it here and then you'll gain resources that enhance those resources. look, various wooden components. And this is your treatment center. This is where you treat your clients. So clients will come in. I believe they'll be based here, and you'll track their treatment along these little dials. And again, this is dual layered and very nice. And then there's plenty of room in here for the various components that need to be punched out. There's a nice little, on the edge of the box here, a storage guide, so you know how to put it all back together. And that's important because I've literally already kind of forgotten what was on top of here. I think it was that. And then there I should be following the guide. Orange one comes over here. That doesn't want to stay on very well. And then we have, look, the various boards. They'll all just go flat on top. So as I said, quite an interesting mix of mechanics and ideas, but I really love that art. The nice period style really conveys a sense of early 20th century Viennese culture. Vienna is sort of, wow, that's an interesting one. Centre for scientific and philosophical thinking. As I said, these are already just falling out of the punch board, so that won't be a problem. That'll be nice. Carefully put them back. Carefully put that back. Two baggies. That's interesting. And then the rulebook on top, because that's the first thing I want to access. And then I'll give you a quick, look at that. Even the box lid has some nice, cool art. It's a bit freaky art. There's a bit of a nightmare going on. Okay, that fits another snug box. I feel like they're making boxes snugger and snugger. And then the bottom of the box. So yeah, this is it all. So as I said, the meeting board, the Vienna board, insight dials. Then you have notebook tiles, you have treatise tiles, so you collect your notes together and publish as a treatise. Location goal tiles, this is for travelling around Vienna. District token, bright ideas, starting player token, dream cards, client cards, etc., etc. Yeah. So there you go. It's a Eurogame featuring worker placement, engine building, multiple rondels, and cascading effects. On your turn, you may place one or two ideas, workers, on a central meeting table to perform various actions such as adding tiles to your playboard, drafting cards, and moving around the city of Vienna. So it's all these things going on at once. That's what really, it's not just worker placement. I love games that have these multiple overlapping chain effect type of ideas. So I've already sort of shown this to friends. We might be giving this a go pretty soon. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll talk a bit more about this. Oh, the expansion as well. So what do we have over here? There's more. This is the holofoil dream cards. Illuminate your journey with these exclusive holofoil. Is that what that kind of colour? Use these to replace the dream cards from the base game of Unconscious Mind and the Nightmares expansion. And then I'll try to get this on camera because it does look quite big. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, so there's two mats. One is Vienna and one is the meeting board. So very nice. I like that. I don't usually care all that much for neoprene mats. I think they're more trouble than they're worth. It's just, I mean, for me now, it's kind of one more component that I need to do something with. Doesn't fit in the box. This is going to have to go on the shelf somewhere. To be honest, it's probably the type of component that I'll look to just pass on to somebody who would really be interested in that kind of stuff. The dream cards, however, they look really cool. So you can see through the cover there a glimpse of what they look like. All right, folks, thank you for watching. That's Unconscious Mind, published this year. Take care.